All right, you guys. So we are gonna get started seated on your mat. So once again, chair, blanket, maybe a few, and a pillow. But I will refer to your pillow as a bolster. So you've got your chair, one blanket or maybe more, and then your bolster, AKA your own pillow. So find a comfortable seated position on your mat. I have one of my blankets underneath me. If that's comfortable for you, you can take height underneath your seat, just lifting the sits bones up a little bit higher and then opening up through the hips by sitting in a cross-legged seated position. So find your comfortable cross-legged seated position. Take your palms up on your knees, maybe roll your shoulders down your back a few times, sit up nice and tall, and then go ahead and relax your eyes closed. So just start to notice your breath. So just bringing awareness into the breath, noticing where you're inhaling and where you're exhaling. So if that breath is up high in the chest, we want to take it a little bit lower. So as you go to inhale, think about expanding through the belly. So fill your belly up like a balloon. Let that inhale travel up through your rib cage, expanding through the ribs, creating space, and then finally reaching the chest. As you exhale, release from the chest, knit the ribs together, and feel your belly button press back towards your spine. So this is our 3-part breath. So inhales initiating in the belly, traveling up through the ribs, finally coming into the chest, and then it releases the opposite way. Through the chest, through the ribs, through the belly. Feel that wave of breath throughout the body. Clear your mind of any other chatter. So should a random thought come into your head, let it pass as quickly as it came without judgment. Continue to focus on the breath. I have you guys with your palms turned up on your knees for a reason. I want to offer up something to you. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. You can take it or leave it. So our mantra for this evening is, I am in perfect balance. So just take a moment. Let that absorb. I am in perfect balance. I am physically and emotionally connected and healed. I am free of worry. I am at peace with who I am. Every day I grow stronger and more relaxed. I love myself and I love my life. So perhaps one part of that resonates with you, maybe all of it, maybe none of it. Think about what it means to you, and maybe try to channel that into your practice this evening. Let's do one last big breath here. We'll softly turn those palms down on the knees. Eyes are going to softly open. Go ahead and float your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Feel that stretch through the left side of your neck. Gently tilt the head back to center. Take it the opposite direction. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Feel that stretch through the right side of the neck. Tilt the head back to center. Go ahead and drop your chin towards your chest. Let the head hang heavy. And then slowly round your back. So think about C-curving your spine. Sink back into your sits bones. Let your shoulders shrug forward. And then slowly return it back to center. Tilt the head up towards the sky, opening through the throat. Softly take the hands down to the mat, maybe walk them back behind, open through your chest. Roll the shoulders down the back, find that heart opener. Last big inhale here. With your exhale, walk your hands back forward and bring it back to center. All right, you guys. So our first restorative yoga pose this evening, we're going to be utilizing your chair. So go ahead and have a seat facing your chair. Now we all have different chairs of different shapes and sizes, so the blankets and the pillows will come in handy if you need more support. So you can always add or take away any of those props, blankets or pillows. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide the legs underneath your chair. So zip your legs together and then take a blanket up on top of your chair. Now it can be folded a few times. It's just going to be there to support your head. So with coming into these postures, utilizing the chair, you can always move your body closer or further away from the chair, or you can always scoop the chair closer or further away. So we're going to take a minute in the beginning here to adjust so you can find your most comfortable position. So I want you to find a tall spine, legs zipped together, just holding here in our staff pose. You should already feel the backs of the legs lengthen. What we're going to do is we're going to let the head come onto the blanket. So inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then as you exhale, think about hinging from the hips. Start to lean the chest forward and let your forehead connect to the blanket. Now right away, you know if you can take this stretch a little bit deeper, or maybe you already need to back out and adjust. So adjust accordingly, that you have your forehead resting on the edge of the chair. You feel that length through the backs of your legs, and it's comfortable enough to hold for a few minutes. Now what you do with your arms is completely up to you. I'm going to take my arms up on top of the chair and just stack one palm over the other. So once again, take a moment. You want to make any adjustments now, because once we're holding in the posture, you don't want to move. So take your time, find what's going to work for you and your body. And then once everything is set up, relax your forehead down. Relax the eyes closed and just breathe. So especially if this is your first restorative practice, it can be really challenging to turn the mind off as we hold. So take it back to the breath. Take it back into that 3-part breath that we just did when we were seated doing our centering. And once again, if you have random thoughts, that's okay. Don't pass judgment on yourself. Just try to bring it back to the breath. Surrender into the posture. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your body. Whenever you're ready, slowly start to restack your spine. One vertebra at a time. Come up nice and tall. And for our second posture, we're going to keep our fold the same. All we're going to do is take the legs out wider. So carefully slide your legs out from underneath the chair, and you're going to take them open into a straddle position or a wide second. So legs are out nice and wide. Think about externally rotating from your hips. Now same thing here. We're going to be melting over the chair. So you might have to take the chair a little bit closer, maybe a little bit further away, depending on where your flexibility lies. Arms can do the same thing, or you can try something different. Remember, take these first few breaths to adjust. So come into your posture. If it's not comfortable, adjust it. Make as many adjustments as you need. You can always take height under the seat. You can always take a blanket underneath your glutes. You can always stack blankets or pillows so the chair's higher. You can bring it closer, further away. Any adjustments you need. So make those last fine-tuning adjustments and then release the forehead down onto the chair whenever you're ready. Relax the eyes closed and surrender into the posture. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your body. Slowly start to lift the head, roll the spine up. You can bring your hands underneath your knees for a little bit of support. Bend into those knees and then maybe shake out through the legs. Now we are going to take another hip opener here. Grab your pillow. Now once again, if you don't have a pillow, you can always just stack a bunch of blankets. You can always adjust accordingly. Blanket can stay on top of the chair, it doesn't have to. Now where we want to be. So you're still seated in front of your chair. Take your pillow or your stack of blankets right up to your lower back, right pressed up against your lower back and your sacrum. So from here, once again, you might need to adjust. You're going to press down, lay yourself back on your pillow, and then feet are going to meet at the edge of that chair. So soles of the feet are going to connect, knees are bent out so you're in a butterfly position. So a couple things with this posture. It's gonna be a heart opener. So now that we've taken 2 forward folds, we're gonna take 2 openers here. So chest is opening, arms are gonna be relaxed out to your sides, palms up. And then once again, knees are just relaxing out. So you can always bring your chair closer or further away. The closer you slide your chair in, it's gonna be a little bit more intense for the hips. The further away it goes, a little bit less. So feel free to adjust. Make as many adjustments as you need right now. And then once you're good and relaxed in your posture, go ahead and release the eyes closed. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your body. Softly open the eyes. Turn your palms down on the earth and use the strength of your arms to help press yourself all the way up. Carefully bring those knees together. Take your feet off of that chair for a moment and then go ahead and move your pillow. So pillow's going to go back off to the side. And then we are going to lay back down. Now if you want to take a blanket for underneath your head, you can. So where we're going with this one is we're actually going to have the knees bent, and you want your calves and your feet connected on top of that chair. So think about those knees being right at the front edge of that chair. And then once again, you can take a blanket underneath the head and the neck just for a little bit of support if you would like. And then as far as the arms are concerned, arms can go wherever you would like. So arms can be reaching out to the sides. You can continue to have those palms up. Maybe you want to rest one or both hands on your belly to remind you of that 3-part breath. Wherever you naturally want to put them, go ahead and find that position. Make any adjustments you need here. And then once you're comfortable, release the eyes closed. Slowly start to bring awareness back into the body. Softly open the eyes. Bring the palms down onto the earth. Use the strength of your arms to help carefully press yourself up. Carefully slide your legs off of your chair. And we're going to move the chairs to the side. So just slide your chair off of your mat. Now we are about to go into our final resting posture, Shavasana. So grab your pillow if you would like. Grab whatever blankets you would like. So I like to roll my blanket up as a little bit of support for my neck. And then what else feels good for the lower back is by taking your bolster or your pillow underneath the knees. So find your most comfortable position. Utilize the blankets, the bolster, however you would like. Release it down onto your back. Let your feet fall open, arms out to your sides, palms turned up towards the sky. Find that 3-part breath. Feel the wave of breath through the body. Relax through all 10 of your toes. Relax through the feet. Relax through your ankles. Relax through your calves. Relax through the knees. Relax through the thighs. Relax through the hips. Relax through the abdomen. Relax through all 10 of the fingers. Relax through your palms. Relax through your forearms. Relax through the upper arms. Relax through your shoulders. Relax through your chest. Relax through your throat. Relax through the mouth. Relax through the eyes. Relax through the forehead. Feel your whole body sink into the earth. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your body. Small movements. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Gradually start to make those movements a little larger. Maybe reaching those arms back behind the head as if you had just woken up from a deep and peaceful sleep. Keeping the eyes relaxed, close, roll over onto your right side, finding a fetal position. Keeping the eyes closed, making as little movement as possible. Make your way back up to a cross-legged seated position. Palms turned up on the knees, just like how we started. Taking these last few moments to reflect on your practice. Maybe to reflect back on our mantra from the beginning. Slowly bring your hands together at heart center. Softly open your eyes. Namaste. The light in me loves, honors, and respects the light in every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining me.